Here's a shocking question that came across my feed. What did Enoch and Daniel see over 2,000 years ago that we call AI today? Let me break this down for you. First, we need to compare ancient visions with modern technology. What they saw may have been the future of technology. And second, we need to ask, does the Bible really have something to say about our age of AI? Is there a connection between what they saw and what we are creating today? This video will show you how the Bible may have predicted the rise of artificial intelligence and also the end times. In this series, we are covering the book of Enoch, an ancient text written before the time of Christ. Chapter 14, verse 1. And Enoch was in the land of Nod. And he saw on the top of Mount Hermon 2 groups of angels who were fighting with flaming swords in their hands, and they were divided into 2 camps. And Enoch was very much afraid. And some commentators believe that these fallen angels taught humans certain arts and metals and magic. So let's analyze this together. What did Enoch see over 2,000 years ago that we call AI today? Now let's go back to the original language here in verse 6. And it says, a fallen angel descended from heaven onto the top of Mount Hermon and taught them the forbidden arts, the metals, the secrets of magic. He showed them the paths of the moon and the stars, the constellations, the fixed and wandering stars, the secrets of the south wind and the north wind and the rains, the signs of the times. So let's break this down. For example, he taught them the forbidden arts, the metals, the secrets of magic. Is this technology that was not known at the time? Yes. And now we reproduce this forbidden knowledge through AI. For example, deep fakes and synthetic media, autonomous drone-drop munitions and robotic killing machines, gene-editing technologies like CRISPR that allow us to play God when it comes to human life. All of this was once forbidden knowledge that only the elite had access to, just like the Watchers in the book of Enoch. But now through AI, we reproduce this knowledge. And if misused, it can be a tool of destruction, just like the angels fell in love with the daughters of men and produced giants on the earth. We have to admit that we are reproducing this pattern today through AI and genetic engineering. Now look at Daniel and the explosion of knowledge. Daniel 12:4. But you, Daniel, roll up the scroll and seal it up and keep it secret for many years, and know that in the latter days you will read this book, and you will give the knowledge and understanding thereof to him who is ready to receive it. What's the explosion of knowledge? Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall increase. Daniel is saying that in the last days, people will be running everywhere. We can compare that to the internet today, the era of globalization. Everyone is connected. They can find out anything they want to know. That's the explosion of knowledge, big data, AI. Oh, in Daniel's day, knowledge increased step by step. But today, thanks to AI, knowledge explodes exponentially. You have scholars that say Daniel got it wrong. Knowledge does not always lead to the advancement of civilization. It can also lead to chaos. Just think about it. If AI gets into the wrong hands, it can cause mass devastation. I also see the Tower of Babel in the book of Genesis as related to AI. People said, let's build a tower whose top reaches the heavens. So they started building the tower. And then God confused their language and they stopped building it. In the case of the Tower of Babel, it was the ambition of man to become God, to build towers that touch the sky. And in the case of AI, it's the ambition of man to become God by recreating God's own intelligence. Except that this time, according to Elon Musk, we might be able to do it without the help of the fallen angels. What's the lesson here? When humans want to become gods, the Bible always shows the consequences: collapse, dispersion, judgment. I also see the Nephilim mentioned in the book of Enoch as related to AI. It says that the angels mated with the daughters of men and produced giants called the Nephilim. If we compare this to today, we can see similar patterns emerging. We could call them cyborgs or robot-human hybrids. Neuralink, for example, wants to put AI brain implants in humans. Another example is putting AI implants in babies so that they can grow up with the ability to communicate with machines. This is playing with human DNA, human neural networks and human consciousness itself, things that were once forbidden. And again, we are replicating the mistakes of the past. Just like the hybridization between angels and humans created the Nephilim, the hybridization between humans and machines is producing new species that can't even think for themselves. One more example, Revelation 13:15. Then the beast that speaks like a dragon gave them power, like the power of scorpions of the earth, to gather all the inhabitants of the earth into one place for them to be destroyed. The beast made the earth and its inhabitants worship the first beast. It was allowed to do as the first beast did, working signs and wonders, even making fire come down from heaven to the earth in full view of the people. Here the beast speaks like a dragon and gives power to the other beast. Some scholars believe that the beast that speaks is actually AI. It's a deep fake voice, a synthetic voice that can lead millions astray. And this relates to AI because governments around the world are using AI to monitor every voice and every move we make, and then they synthesize and manipulate information. And it is possible that in the future they can use AI to impersonate anyone and say anything they want, just like the false prophets in the Old Testament. So, let me summarize everything here. First, Enoch warned us about forbidden technology that can arise in the last days. Daniel prophesied the explosion of knowledge and information in the last days. And lastly, Revelation talked about a talking beast that uses a false voice to deceive people. These three prophetic voices intersect in the age of AI. So here's my question for you. Are we entering the age of the beast, or are we living in the last days? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Check out this playlist on the main channel and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.